"Dad, there's a spider in my room. Can you kill it?" Just as I was about to fall asleep, too. It's always this way with my daughter. I want to yell, "Check for damn bugs before 10 p.m., please." But I can't. Well, I can. I have told her that multiple times now. But I left out the swear word and said it in a nicer tone. She's only 10 years old after all. And though my joints will pop and scream as I get out of bed, my 45-year-old body ain't what it used to be. I know there's not a chance in hell my wife will get up and kill that spider. That's dad territory. Dana's hiding under the covers when I enter her room. "Okay, where's this spider at?" Without even bringing her head up for air, Dana says, "By the bookshelf." I let out a sigh. A few nights ago it was a moth, then a mosquito buzzing around. Now it's a spider. I swear she puts bugs in her room just so I have to get up and deal with it, just so she gets some attention. Well, I've got some facts that could get her attention. There's about 62 spiders in every house, and 100% of houses have spiders in them. Yeah, all of them. You can't get rid of them. They're always there. Spiders can be found in 68% of bathrooms and 77% of bedrooms. They say you're never more than 3 feet from a spider. But I don't tell her that. She's a kid. It'll scar her for life. I also don't tell her people accidentally swallow 8 spiders a year as they sleep. They don't even realize it when a spider slowly descends from its web in the corner of the room, down towards their wet and warm mouth, hanging open involuntarily as they sleep. It's an inviting place for a spider, a damp and dark shelter from the brutal world. The world where I smush 'em. "I am the bringer of destruction," I say as I push down hard with the toilet paper in my hand, making the spider in Dana's room a thing of the past, a black stain on the wall that I'll clean up in the morning. Sometimes I worry that I'm teaching my daughter the wrong thing, or behaving in ways that aren't setting a good example, a kind example. But it's a spider, and she's scared of them, so "Job done," I say to the lump under the covers. "Kiss, kiss, good night." My daughter thinks I'm weird. Coffee, shit, shower, shave, take care of the spider splat on the wall. Check, 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 check. No check. "Robin, did you clean up the spot where I spushed the spider last night?" I scratch my head, both because it itches and I'm stumped. There's no sign that I smashed the life out of a spider in Dana's room last night. No sign of a black stain with tiny little legs coming from it, the imprint of death, visual confirmation of the strong destroying the weak, evidence of killing for no other reason than comfort, the comfort of a child who's scared of bugs and creepy crawly things. "I haven't been in Dana's room," Robin says, adding to the mystery of the missing black stain. "Dana wouldn't touch it, would she? Would she have cleaned up that smush, wiped it clean like a dry erase board? Can't be. Did I clean it up? Did I wipe it up with toilet paper after I killed the spider last night? I didn't think I did, but maybe I'm misremembering. I didn't sleep well last night, and this morning's cup of coffee hasn't kicked in yet. So, I don't know. The problem's taken care of, I guess, and that's what matters. Whoever did it is irrelevant." On average, there's 100 different species of bugs and insects in each home. At least one species in every room. Book lice, carpet beetles, centipedes, things that live off your toenails and breadcrumbs. They don't bother me so much, but I know these things trouble others. I've killed so many over the years that their deaths blend together. I've killed big ones, tiny babies while their mamas watched, stamping out their life with my thumb, burning them to a crisp with a lighter, extinguishing their existence with the heel of my boot. Pouring a second cup of coffee, I laugh to myself thinking of all the bugs I've sent to their grave. I need a stencil to mark my kills like they do in the military. That night, I have a hard time going to sleep. I knew I shouldn't have had that second cup of joe at 10 a.m. If I have anything after 9, I'm usually wired late into the evening. So now I'm stuck, doing everything I can to reverse the effects, to induce sleep. I take some melatonin, listen to soothing sounds, put some lavender scent on my pillow, count sheep. Staring at the ceiling, I swear I see the smush of the spider, the one from Dana's room, the one that was cleaned by someone else that wasn't me. It's there, above me, its broken and flat legs dangling down. I feel myself getting heavy and my eyelids close. I wake feeling like I'm hungover, but I didn't drink. What a shitty night that was. My dreams were horrible. I don't know if it was the melatonin, thinking I saw that black spider smush or what, but I had dreams of spiders. Bad dreams. Nightmares. I remember it so vividly. I was in Dad's spider bathroom, taking my morning shit when I felt a pinch on my ass. I thought it was my spider biting me. Yes, my spider. In my dream, I had a pet spider. Well, not so much a pet, but a spider I didn't smush. Unlike the thousands of others I killed before, this one I let live in our bathroom. I figured if he didn't bug me, I didn't bug him. The spider lived near the back of the toilet, down low where the water snakes into the sewer. His web connected the toilet to the rack of extra toilet paper that was on the floor, between the toilet and the wall. It was a small bathroom, a half bath. There was no shower, only a toilet and a tiny sink. The kind of bathroom you send your guests to pee in. The pinch came when I was sitting down, scrolling Twitter, in that moment after I did my business but before I wiped. I screamed and jumped and grabbed my ass cheek when it happened. It had to be the spider. That fucker didn't honor our understanding. He was gonna pay the price. I would smush him with my thumb. In my dream, I began drooling, salivating with the thought of killing another spider. I was the king snake, the apex predator. I flipped up the toilet seat and looked for my spider with a ready thumb, but he wasn't there. Nothing was. I looked to the side of the toilet tank, my spider's usual spot, and he hadn't moved. He was on his web, keeping our agreement to leave each other alone. I looked around for signs of other spiders. There were lots of other spiders in that bathroom, the ones I killed. There was a spider that took up residence on the other side of the toilet, higher up towards the toilet's tank. That one made a web that connected the tank to the wall radiator. I flattened it with my palm. There was a spider who took up residence under the sink, making himself comfortable on the exposed plumbing. That one I stamped out with my shoe. There was only room for one spider in my life, one spider I would let live. And that was my dream. That was all I remember. I told Robin about what happened in my dream. She asked if I was Spider-Man now that I got bit on the ass by a spider. So while I feel like crap from not getting good sleep, I don't want to repeat. I'm sticking with 1 cup of coffee today, before 9 a.m. After coffee, I brush my teeth and I notice there's a spot inside my mouth. Something like a canker sore. A lesion that wasn't there yesterday. It's in the back, next to my right molar. It hurts to touch, so I'm leaving it alone, skipping brushing that area, I guess. I've never had a canker sore before, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but I think it goes away in a few days. I just gotta remember not to have anything acidic like orange juice. The next day, the sore seems worse. I'm having a bit of trouble talking and moving my mouth. Each time I stretch it open, my teeth rub against the wound, sliding against it, sending amplified raw pain throughout my mouth. Robin suggested I call my dentist, and I did, but I can't get in until next week. Is it an emergency? The dentist office asked. I couldn't say yes. I mean, it's not like I had a tooth falling out or something. Not like I had a crown that popped off. I told them it's a sore, I think a canker sore. They told me to use some salt water, gargle with it. So I gargled and gargled, but unfortunately, this saltwater solution isn't doing anything. The pain in my cheek keeps getting worse. I don't think the sore is getting bigger, but it seems more tender. When I look at it in the mirror, I see puffy yellow around a little red nucleus. It looks like a volcano, swelled up and ready to erupt on the inside of my mouth. It's pretty gross, actually. I kinda wish I did tell the dentist it was an emergency. Dana says it looks like I have chipmunk cheeks. She's right. I had to stuff some cotton between my cheek and gum to prevent my tooth from rubbing on the sore. I look like I'm chomping on a plug of tobacco, or like I'm that cartoon guy on the pouch of Big League Chew. All I need is the baseball cap and glove. Gargle, gargle, nothing. On the 4th day of the sore in my mouth, I wake up to a bigger issue. I can no longer speak, not without slurring my words. I feel like I'm the Elephant Man. I am not an animal! The fissure in my mouth has doubled in size. It's harder, too. A golf ball now. There's also pus seeping from the wound into my mouth. Tastes like rotten cheese. One look at this thing and I can tell it's infected. I call the dentist and say this time it's an emergency. They tell me they can squeeze me in tomorrow. Hang tight, they say. Take some ibuprofen for the pain, they say. That night I feel fluish, feverish and sweaty. My mouth throbs. I stare at the ceiling and count sheep while Robin is asleep next to me. A spider appears and Dana smashes it with the palm of her hand. She says, "Daddy showed me how to smush 'em good." I count more sheep. The spider that Dana smushed is now a black spot, half-smushed legs dangling over my head. Next to me, Robin starts screaming. Another dream, this one a lucid dream, where I'm aware of what's going on while it's happening. I feel myself laying in bed, just as I was, but now my wife thrashes next to me. "Get them off! Get them off!" Robin screams, her voice frantic. It's middle of the night, dark, so I can't see a thing, but I hear her slapping herself, dusting herself off. "The spiders!" she yells. "They're everywhere!" Another spider dream. At least I'm not on the toilet this time. I feel tingling, the faintest of touches, something almost non-existent. It comes from my mouth, over my dry and cracked lips, over my wet, drool-covered chin. Can you drool in a dream? Robin keeps thrashing around, keeps slapping. She turns on the lamp on her side table and the world goes from darkness to soft white, but it's wrapped in a hazy gauze. "Oh my God, the spiders!" Robin is hysterical. "They're everywhere, over everything! They're babies! Tiny little baby spiders! Get them off! Get them off! Steve, wake up!" I hear her jumping out of bed, slapping at her body, doing a jig, and then running out of the bedroom. I lay there, awake in my dream, sleep awake, not moving but feeling touch that is minimalistic, a tickle, a graze that barely exists. "Steven, wake up! Damn it, I hate these things!" It's Robin, somewhere off in the distance, the bathroom maybe. I hear her walking back into the bedroom. I see the shadows of her through the gauze. She's standing at the entryway to our bedroom. "Oh my God, Steve! Oh my God, you're... Robin goes silent. No more lucid dreaming. Back to sleep for me. Asleep, not awake asleep. "Steven, are you..." I was wrong. The dream continues. The hazy dream world where things no bigger than the tip of a needle tickle my lips and skin. I hear panting from Robin, scared, desperate, hollow breaths. "Steven, honey, say something. Are you alive?" What a funny thing to ask. It's weird in this dream. I thought lucid dreaming was about controlling your dreams. like you're a ship and you're steering it. In this dream, I'm a passenger. I'm just along for the ride, the hazy, gauzy ride. And I can't move or speak. I can only be tickled. Faint grazes across my skin, the tiniest of movements that make the hair on my arms stand up, movements that come out of my mouth, down my chin and down my chest, over and over and over, endless little movements like ocean waves. I think, speak, and I moan. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this lucid dreaming after all. I want to say words, but I can't. My mouth won't move. It's stuck open. My dream's turning into a nightmare. I see Robin's shadow through my gauzy vision and see her slapping herself, brushing herself off. Her shadow approaches me, grabbing me, pulling at me. Robin's hand scratches my face and my mouth. The gauze is clearing. "Steve, listen very carefully," Robin says in her serious voice as she continues pulling the gauze away. "You're covered in webbing. Spider webs. The spiders are everywhere. Thousands of them crawling over everything. Tiny little baby spiders coming from your mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm freaked out as all fuck. Wake up, Steven, wake up!" Robin scratching and pulling and tugging and swatting and screaming and crying. My mind goes back to something I once read. Spiders can lay 1,000 to 2,000 spiderling eggs. It's astonishing, really. A creature so small laying so many eggs. One sack can have thousands. No wonder why there's so many spiders. Why every single house on the planet has spiders in them. The tickling continues in my mouth that won't close, wobbling on its hinges like an old screen door. The world is soft white now, a full 60-watt incandescent soft white. No gauze, no webbing over my face. Everywhere I look, it's spiders, tiny little baby spiders the colors of straw. They're crawling on everything. "This can't be happening. This can't be real," Robin says as her shaky hands hold up the mirror to my face to prove her point. In the mirror, I see the sore in my mouth erupting like Mount St. Helens, sending spiders in every direction, crawling out of my lips, down my chest onto my arms and legs, onto Robin, who slaps them dead and dances a jig to shake them off. I slap at my tongue in panic, trying to get the spiders out of my mouth. Their tiny weightlessness makes them fall like bubbles onto the bed, but they keep coming out, stampeding out of my mouth. "What the hell is going on?" Robin says as we look to each other with disgust and disbelief. I shake my head. This is a nightmare. I have to be dreaming. This is a nightmare. "I've got an idea," Robin says and runs back to the bathroom, slapping off spiders as she goes. Then I hear an aerosol noise. "Die, you bastards!" Her voice is sadistic, gleeful. "Die, motherfuckers, die!" The bug spray, my faithful companion in the war against those creepy, crawly things that scare my daughter. Robin walks out of the bathroom, pleasure in her eyes. She's gone full Rambo, spraying kill juice everywhere she walks. She's dripping with the stuff. And she's spider-free. Tiny baby spiders shrivel with the slightest touch of spray. I point to my mouth. "Spray me! Spray me!" I close my throat as best as I can, and Robin unloads the poison into my mouth, making me cough and gag and dry heave. It burns something fierce, but at least the burning is stopping the tickling. Stopping the tiny little baby spiders crawling from the sore inside my cheek. From Dana's room comes a blood-curdling scream. "Dana!" Robin turns her head towards the desperate cries, her finger still on the trigger of the bug spray, unknowingly moving it from my mouth to my eyes, macing me. I let out a scream too, but not as sickening as the one coming from Dana's room. Go! I yell, finally able to get out a normal word. I curl up into a fetal position, crunching endless layers of dead spiders as I do. My eyes are burning like hellfire, my mouth dripping with poison. I think I'm gonna die. Oh my God, Dana! Robin wails from the other room, shrieking loud enough to break windows. My sweet, sweet girl! Dear Jesus! Steve! Steve! I roll out of bed with a thud, the world back to being hazy. My eyeballs are on fire, but the tears are clearing my vision enough that I can crawl towards Dana's room. Steve! It's Dana! You gotta get in here! Help! Each knee, each hand I move smushes baby spiders. Some dead from the poison, some barely alive, some crawling as fast as they can to avoid the deadly predator I am. Steve! My guts clench and I pause the vomit. I can't help it. The poison went down my throat. So did some spiders. Robin comes from Dana's room and drags me the rest of the way, sobbing uncontrollably. Dana, she sputters. Dana! Dana! When we reach my daughter's room, I see her through the haze. My tears clear up my stinging eyes and I see her. Dana, or what's left of Dana anyways. Her limbs have turned to spider legs, the spider legs I saw smushed on the wall of her bedroom, sticking up from the black spot where the spider guts mashed into satin egg white paint. Her eyeballs have multiplied. 8 eyes just like a spider, just like the spider I smushed and killed with glee. Dana's half-human, half-spider body writhes in pain, twitching on her bed, spazzing out just like the spiders do after they're sprayed with the poison. Robin breaks down sobbing. Dana contorts in pain, her flesh burning and bubbling from that horrible napalm spray, that gas chamber in a bottle. There's nothing we can do. She's dying a horrible death, the horrible death we give to spiders, feeling the pain that spiders do, feeling their world unravel as their bodies lose control, shrivel, and stop working. Our cruelty has killed our daughter. My cruelty. Across Dana's room, I see a spider web in the corner. A spider waiting. A spider judging us. Not one of those babies either, but a full-grown daddy long legs. In previous times, I'd grab that bottle of poison and do my best Dirty Harry impression. In previous times, I'd stick my hand out and smush with glee, happy with the black stain of death on the wall. But not now. Now I have a daughter to mourn.